Ahead of 18th March 2023 state election in Nigeria, Ebonyi State Governor Engineer David Nweze Umahi holds security meeting with all the security heads in the state. The purpose of the meeting, which is to make sure that the state election is peaceful, free, fair and credible, and ensure that the citizens go out freely and vote a candidate of their choice, and elect a governor and state house of assembly members who will take the mantle of leadership in the state on 29th May 2023.
We have been interacting with the security chiefs in the past 2 weeks for the safety and security of the state, and two, because the security chiefs have excellently done their job, in preparation for tomorrow, Saturday, 18th of March election. We just rehearsed a number of decisions jointly taken by the security chiefs, and also the ones jointly taken by security chiefs, myself, and of course the entire Security Council of Ebonyi State. Let me first commend the security chiefs. You are aware that I expressed dissatisfaction in the last conduct, about security conduct. But after empirical evaluation of the situation, yes, there were a couple of lapses that discovered not attributable to the security chiefs nor their efforts for a very peaceful and cordial election, 25th of February. So I tendered apologies to them if my remarks hurt them. So we have put that behind us. But all the observations I made with respect to the last election, have been taken, very, very well, care of. And you can see that we are entering tomorrow's election with a very peaceful state. And because they have insisted that no one in this state is above the law. And that is my position, irrespective of political affiliation. So I want to thank them very highly and express very serious confidence in them, and confidence in God that we shall have a very peaceful election, come tomorrow, the 18th of March 2023. Let me appeal to all party leaders and supporters to ensure no violence and peaceful election, tomorrow. It is very, very important, because if the leaders are peaceful, their supporters will be peaceful. This is very, very important. Let me commend very highly the Inspector General of Police for the manner in which he has weathered, the security situation of the country. And indeed, all the service chiefs, and of course the Commander-in-Chief, Mr. President. Many people, within and outside Nigeria didn't wish that we were going to have such a peaceful election. But when I met with Mr. President, 3 days ago, I commended him very highly. And thank God for the level of peace we have during and after the election. Yes, there were infractions, here and there, but it wasn't substantial and wasn't what people expected. It was like less than 0.001%. Anybody can say whatever anybody likes. And I want to say that the election of 25th of February remains the best in the history of this country. And it threw a lot of surprises. And when people say, look, they won election, you have agents in all the polling units. Why don't you do an empirical analysis, of what result you have in the polling unit, and then what, is posted, by INEC? I think INEC has done a very wonderful job. When the issue of not, uploading the results, or that people, at a point will not, assess the RV. The issue is that where I faulted INEC is that instead of keeping quiet, they should have come out to explain to Nigerians the technical issues they were experiencing. Even this our phone, sometimes it's iPhone 13. Sometimes it hooks up, it's not, it doesn't work. So I think that's what happened. But you can check the beavers to know what the beavers is reading, what is grade our polling unit, and what result you have out there, so that we don't eat up this nation. Characteristics of our black skin is that when you lose election, you don't accept. But I think the future of this country is very important. So, without saying, without prejudice to the rights of anyone to seek redress in court, I think that's what Nigeria should advise to do, and to stop it in the system. I won the election, this one, I won the election. How many people did win the election? This is very, very important. So, the position of IGP is that movement is restricted, and I want to comment, CP and the Sabi chiefs. They've already, made press announcement. I will insist as the chief security officer of this state that no leader, no big man, no small man moves between polling units. That you vote and go out. And if you violate this, no matter who you are, I have ordered that arrest be made, and such a person will be prosecuted according to the Electoral Act. So I use the opportunity to appeal to our leaders. Do not go from one polling unit to the other. Do not encourage talking, because when we link up talking to you, then you must also be arrested. Last time there were talks imported into the local government, and I commend the army that arrested them, that are still in the cell, and they will be tried according to the law. So I appeal to our brothers and sisters, do not allow yourself to be used, because nobody will stand with you in the court of law. And if you are convicted, it means your future is mortgaged permanently and forever, because you won't be able to stand election, you may not be able to get any appointment, because you'll be an ex-convict, even if it is for one day. Please vote and go home and be peaceful, so that we can have a peaceful election. Power belongs to God, and God has already, said, even before the person was born, who is going to be the next governor of Ebonyi State. Let us have respect for elections. We have noted, sadly, about some people going up and down, claiming to the INEC officials, asking that, they can bypass the beavers, they can load the beavers, so on and so forth. My advice to security agencies and every Ebonyian that is going to vote, before 8 o'clock be there, and insist that you see the beavers, it must reach 0. It must reach 0. And insist that it's only those who are accredited with beavers will be the ones to be given ballot paper. And let me tell the presiding officers that they should not mortgage their future by allowing people to vote who have not been accredited, because they will be tried according to the Electoral Act. Do not allow yourself to be used because of peanuts or because you are trying to help somebody. Nobody must be helped. Everybody should stand the election and let the people decide whom they want to take. The security report shows that there are fake observers who are so desperate and they have printed, INEC, tags. Our position in the Security Council meeting is that every observer coming to this state, every observer, that is accredited by INEC needs second accreditation by the CP. And CP is going to give serial number to the people he's accredited with his phone number there. So that when you are accosted, we'll be able to call that number to CP, and if it doesn't respond, then it means that it's fake, it's extra fake. So this is very important. I've ordered for arrest of observers that failed to go through this process. The emergency journalists also have a word from me. People also jump out, especially now that we have online media. But I believe that there is a union in Ebonyi State, Nigeria Union of Journalists. And if you are not a member of that union, you are not a journalist. This is very, very important and very vital. And so, they are visiting journalists also. We don't know who is the visiting journalist. I only know a lady from TVC. Yes, I know she's a journalist, but I wouldn't know others. Notwithstanding, they need extra accreditation by the president of Nigeria Union of Journalists, Ebonyi State. Please, you have to do that because of security threats, where anybody can come and they say that the person is a journalist. We will not accept, we will not entertain. even more than they did in the last election. The security chiefs have provided adequate security to all the corners, every corner of the state. And we are warning bandits. We are warning those who possess illegal guns. The president's directive is still re-echoed. Anyone with illegal gun must be brought down. I'm not the one saying it, it's the president and commander-in-chief. So if you are amassing weapons to come and kill our people, the security chiefs will bring you down. Security agencies will bring you down. So please allow the election to hold. Do not threaten the peace of the state. Do not put your head on the chalkboard. This is very, very important. So I want to wish Ebonyans a very wonderful, tomorrow election. And it's my greatest pleasure, that I came to office and I'm strong, alive, and healthy to have a successor that will emerge tomorrow by God's special grace. And so I congratulate, myself, and I'm very grateful to God Almighty, grateful to each and every one of you. It's not an easy task.